All right, boys, I'm throwing in the towel on Project Hellstang. Here we are, it's Saturday. Now we're supposed to be leaving tomorrow at 6 a.m. with this car to drive 8 hours down to Knoxville, Tennessee, and then, another 4 hours the next day, and, several hours the next day and the next day. But the reality is Thursday night after we got done tuning, we had the low fuel pressure that I told you guys about in the last video. I was hoping that maybe it was just low on fuel. So Friday morning I did try to put in more fuel, and that did not fix the issue. So we still have about like 10 psi of fuel pressure for some reason, and I didn't get a chance yesterday to really diagnose anything further, so I'm still not 100% sure whether it's the pump or if it's our fuel pressure regulator, or did our fuel filter just get, filled up with some junk? Could be that simple, right? The other thing is we have that main issue, and that's preventing us from driving the car to go get a front end alignment, which it needs super, super badly. We also need to have the front suspension raised up at least another inch because it's just too low. The whole exhaust is kind of dragging a lot on the ground. So we got to get that taken care of. A couple of the exhaust V-band clamps, I just got to move those around. That'll give us a little bit of additional clearance. We've got the exhaust manifolds are ticking away. Sounds like those gaskets have maybe failed. It could just be that we might need to tighten down the header bolts, so I'm going to, it's something I've got to do as well. We've got oil coming out of the valve covers. I think because of where I drilled the holes to be able to mount the LS coils, so we've got to get that addressed. There's just problems after problems with this thing, small little things, and these are normal things, right? When you have a big project like this, and and you basically rip the whole engine and drivetrain apart and build it back up with new components, you're going to run into these issues. Now, when we originally planned this project, the timing was supposed to be that all this stuff would happen maybe in April, and then by May we'd be able to drive the car for 4 or 5 weeks until the power tour. But unfortunately, setback after setback and stuff, and being busy, right? It just didn't happen. So here we are, and yeah, we had to call it. And the other kind of disappointing thing was because we didn't realize till like Friday morning that the car didn't work, there really wasn't an option to even get like a plan B, to be able to drive, to be able to buy another car, at least just to go on power tour. So, lesson learned. Next year, we'll definitely make sure that we have a plan B in place a little bit earlier. But taking the time off from the power tour this coming week, I'll have a chance to be able to work on the car a little bit and hopefully diagnose some of these problems that are going on and get it fixed, right? It could just be that fuel pump ended up falling down in the tank, and maybe that's why it's not sucking enough fuel, or the little fuel line came off. We don't know till I can get in there and pull the tank off. It could even be that this cheap adjustable fuel pressure regulator is bad. I don't know, because right now I've got it adjusted all the way down, so it should be like max pressure, and it's still only 10 pounds. So I don't know. We can hear the fuel pump running. Sounds good, but it's just not making the pressure. So we'll have to see. Again, these are the kinds of really frustrating things that happen when you're working on cars, right? So anyway, guys, that's going to be the update. Just wanted to let you guys know, super disappointing, but again, I'm still pretty happy the car does run. The cylinder heads aren't leaking. The head gaskets are good. So there's still a lot of positives here. We're not even leaking radiator fluid, which I'm totally surprised. So yeah, so I think hopefully we'll get it. And then what we're going to do next is we'll plan to do another event, like maybe I think there's some Ford stuff coming up in Tennessee maybe next month. So maybe the car will be ready at that point. I also am going to schedule some dyno time probably in early July as well, so we can actually get this thing ready, get it on the dyno, get it actually tuned, fully on the dyno and everything, and then we should be ready to rock, fingers crossed. So like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll catch you boys on the next one.